YouTube, T-Sparks here for another reaction to Season 9 of MLP. Now, I have gotten a few spoilers about some upcoming episodes. Nothing about this one in particular. I know it's got to do with Applejack, Apple Bloom, and some sort of creature. Some sort of family thing with the Apple family. That's all I know about this one. I do have a few spoilers on some upcoming episodes. I can't wait to see, Capron's reaction to him, because this one particular episode might actually kill him. Well, let's get on with this one then. It's called something with seed. Back to seed or whatever. And let's see, go. Celestia's raising the sun. Rooster's doing its one of two jobs. I won't mention what the other one is.
I know we've had this day marked on the calendar
feeding
for quite
pancakes
a
to
while,
a dog.
but it's finally here.
You alright there, Big Mac?
Sure is. What?
The confluence. A harvest 100 moons in the making. When every apple comes ripe at the same time.
I have
Mac,
several
working on this
questions.
schedule so we can be sure not to miss a single tree. All it'll take now is a few
Confluence,
days
huh?
of hard work. Who's with me?
Twilight could do it all
It's like a
herself in
lot
an
of work.
afternoon.
Oh, don't you worry, Chickabiddy. We got this confluence under control. I got us some help.
That's great, Granny. Twilight and the others are too
Who'd
busy
you
at
get,
the school
Granny?
to lend a hoof. We could sure use some more muscle. Who'd you get? Rayburn? Honeycrisp?
Even better.
Yeah, I did see her in the thumbnail.
Howdy, y'all. Now that's how you wake a pony up.
Goldy delicious.
Granny told me y'all could use a helping hoof with this here confluence, so I came a-running.
How
Well,
exactly
with
is
the
a
harvest this big,
120-year-old
we're grateful
lady
for all
gonna
the
help?
we can get, I guess.
Yup. That's too bad y'all ain't ever caught the great seedling. He'd granted you a perpetual harvest, confluence or no.
The great seedling? Well, now, I haven't thought about that old mare's tail for years.
The great seedling ain't no mare's tail.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like,
Just you wait,
Your
Twilight.
opinion, man.
Some things are true.
Daring ponies.
Oh, that's just an old ponytail,
And those
Applejack.
who have ingenuity are rewarded with crops that are always in bloom. And he's as real as you and me.
As I'm up to recall, Apple Bloom used to love setting traps for the great seedling when she was a youngin'.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's outgrown the whole thing by now. Right, Apple Bloom?
Wanna bet?
Or maybe I'm big enough now to find
She's already out there
trap
setting traps.
Who's with me?
That's Apple Bloom for you.
My little pony, my little
It's the Great
pony.
Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. We gotta stake out in the freaking
I used to wonder
pumpkin
what
patch so we can catch him.
I
I can't remember what the Great Pumpkin's powers were supposed to be, but I do remember that. This seems very similar. Well, as it turns out a lot in equestrian history, a lot of their legends turn out to be true, so I'm guessing that's going to be the case here.
Apple Bloom, you haven't hunted for the great seedling since you were little. Why would you want to start again now?
The confluence is so big, he's bound to show up. And if we catch him, he'll make all the apples ripe all the time. Right, Goldie?
Aren't they already ripe all the time?
Just
We've never
imagine,
seen them be
sweet apple
green
acres would
before.
Be the busiest orchard in Equestria. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Don't forget we have actual work to do, too.
Nothing like a little filly enjoying the harvest.
I don't mind Apple Bloom having fun, but there's honest-to-goodness work to do that doesn't have a thing to do with an old legend.
Oh, quit worrying, Sugar Booger. Apple Bloom can hunt for the seedling all he wants. If you're so fretified about what,
I like the
why don't
cat
you
drinking from the
rather
faucet.
get
That
to
is
work
so
in your
realistic.
shelves?
Cats
Granny's
love
right.
to drink from faucets.
Come on, sleepyhead. Let's get to work.
Yep.
Give him some coffee. Or just have Sugar Bell show up. That'll get him going.
And if she had
You can't
two
beat
of them,
Applejack.
it would have been a pair of pears.
As much as I appreciate her
Yeah, these two are
volunteering,
pretty
I'm
productive.
not sure how much help Goldie's gonna be.
Oh, now that reminds me of the time Dottie, that's my cheetah, you understand, she found out where I keep
Granny
the
could still
catnip.
buck trees, huh?
I love
But
the
she's
feeling of
really
Granny spinning
aged
yarns,
backwards a
but looks
lot
like the
since season
harvesting's up
1.
to us.
Remember when she could
You're gonna have
barely
to
walk
redo
in the
that
premiere?
Yep.
And as much as I'd rather Apple Bloom were helping, I guess there's no harm in her hunting the great seedling for a day, right? Big Mac!
Let him sleep.
Gotcha! Aw, you ain't the great seedling.
Nope.
We haven't seen a good Apple Bloom episode in a while. Here comes the sun again.
We fell behind a bit yesterday, so we need every pony
Applejack
at their
sure
best.
loves her pancakes.
If that's your brother's best, we
There's a cat for you, stealing the food.
He was just up late working out a new schedule so we can stay on track.
I didn't sleep either. I was too excited. I can't wait to see if I caught the great seedling.
I hope you're ready to cheer Apple Bloom up when her traps come up empty.
Every pony, come quick! You gotta see!
What did you get,
blazes
Apple
is all
Bloom?
the excitement about?
Look!
That just raises further questions.
Great seedling did this, didn't he?
Well, braid my mane. These sure look like great seedling tracks to me.
I knew it! He was here! The great seedling was here! Isn't that amazing, Applejack?
Yeah, amazing.
I think I see what's going on here, and Applejack
Isn't it
sees it too.
beautiful? I
It's
just can't believe the
Goldie.
great
She's
seedling was
faking
really
it.
here.
Neither can I.
What do you think this means?
Oh, well, it looks to me like a challenge. The seedling
Applejack
wants
is
you
not
to know
necessarily
that
my
he was
favorite,
here,
but I
and
love
he's
her when she's like
daring
this.
You to catch him.
You think I still have a chance? You're an apple, ain't you?
Why, if you set enough traps, you're bound to catch him.
You're right. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Look out, great seedling.
So
Here
why
I come.
would something you have to capture grant you eternal crops?
Now, why would you go and do a thing like that?
Nothing like what?
You know what I mean. We got enough work to do without you distracting Apple Bloom by making some apple tracks and pretending the great seedling did it.
I did no such thing.
What in the tater tarnation would make you say a thing like that?
Well, some pony did it, and she sure seems to be enjoying this quite a lot.
I'm enjoying it because Apple Bloom's enjoying it.
Uh-huh.
Applejack
And I suppose
face.
You two didn't do it either?
Nope.
Of course not. But I suppose it could have been Goldie's cats. Why don't you ask them?
Have you considered that maybe it was the great seedling after all?
Ha ha, very funny.
I swear, sometimes I think she's part mule.
That's a little racist there, isn't it, Granny?
Apple Bloom?
You know where there's more rope? I've got a lot of traps to make if I'm gonna catch the great seedling.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I know you're excited, but we sure could use your help today.
By the
You
way,
sure
Apple
wanna
Bloom,
spend time
Santa's
trying to
not
catch
real.
something
It's
Right,
all a
not
lie made up by
real.
parents to make you
What?
pretend to be
But
good.
The great seedling is real. You saw the tracks. You think those appeared all by themselves?
I don't know who made the tracks, but I don't think it was the great seedling.
Why not?
Because the great seedling is just something to make the harvest fun for youngins. And you're old enough now to know that there's a time for fun and there's a time for work.
But catching the great seedling is helping. He can make the trees blossom all the time.
I thought they
All right.
already blossom
How
all
about
the
this?
time.
If you help me
We
with the
see it
harvest
every
today,
time.
I'll help you set traps for the great seedling tonight. Deal?
Woohoo! Yes! It's a deal.
Why don't you go get Sweetie and, Scootaloo to help you? I'm sure they got nothing else going on. Apple Bloom's getting really strong. She's gonna be
Kinda
stronger than
looks like
Applejack in
those
a few more
seedling
years.
Tracks, huh?
Sure, if there were hundreds of apples in a bunch of different lines.
Well, if enough apples fell or got knocked down, by the wind maybe, or animals,
Or cats.
I'm just saying there's a lot of possible explanations.
And one of them is the great seedling.
And the rest of them ain't.
That ain't what you thought when you was a foal. What does that mean? Your sister was
Can we get some
loco about
Can we
catching
get some
great seedling
backstory for
and
Applejack?
sharing
Come
it,
on.
same as
Let's see
you
some
are
backstory for
now.
Applejack. Let's see her when she was a kid with her parents. Come on.
Oh, is that so? Do tell, Granny.
Well, now, it
Let's
must
see,
be
let's
the
see.
last confluency, I reckon. I was supposed to keep an eye on your sister, but she was slipperier than an apple seed.
There she is.
Get your
Little
butt back
Applejack.
here. You're supposed to be
She's
starting in the
she's cute
barn.
as a button.
Sorry, Granny. I gotta check my traps or the great
She doesn't
seedling
have her
might get
cutie mark
away.
yet, so her parents should be there.
Now, where'd I put that trap?
I love her freckles.
Bunch of my buds, where's that young'un get to? She spent the better half of the day stuck in that trap.
And missed out on helping with the harvest because I was chasing something for
There
my
he is. There's
I feel
his.
guilty every pony
there's
else
their
have to work
father.
harder because of me.
So that is
So
why
I
Big
decided
Mac never
right
goes
then and
without the
there, I
yolk.
was too
Oh,
old
look
to
at
waste
baby
any
Apple
time
Bloom.
with
We
great
finally get
seed.
to see baby Apple Bloom with her mother. Oh, that makes this episode one of my favorites. So,
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
gee, I actually turned up a little bit when I saw that.
I'm still laughing.
I'm sorry that happened, Applejack.
Makes me wish I was closer to my
You
mom.
and me set traps together like you promised. Plus, we'll get them done twice as fast and won't miss out on any of the harvest.
Then let's get to work.
I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that. But tiny little Apple Bloom with her mother. There you go. Winona's always full of energy. Ah, the old tension trigger. Uh-oh, old people. Not a very good trigger there. Boy, Big Mac's getting his ass kicked this episode. It's nice of Applejack to actually indulge her sister.
It sure was fun
It
setting
seemed
up
to
all
me
those
that
traps
Applejack's...
I forgot what a good time it could be. If any two ponies can catch the great seedling, it's us.
together. I can't wait to check in the morning.
Now, there's still plenty of harvesting to do. So promise me you'll help, even if all our traps are empty.
I promise. So long as you're ready for the bountiful harvest, the great seedling's gonna give us one of our traps, nab 'em.
Deal.
So you're saying the Great Seedling's kind of like a leprechaun? You capture it and then it has to give you a wish?
Come on,
Sorry for the
Applejack.
noise, cat
It'd be
knocked
hard
something
to
over.
check every trap and still stay on schedule.
Now, that's what I like to hit. Whoa.
If this is a scam, it's pretty elaborate.
must have
Fool me
been
once.
wrong.
I'm mad. Fool me twice. How could you?
Nothing.
Fool me 3 times. You're officially that guy, okay?
Traps near the tracks. Everyone was
I
wrong, but
think
they're all
I'm
empty.
getting an idea of what's
Every
going
track's
on
wrong.
here.
No way critters did this. Or the wind. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe the great seedling really was here.
What an odd thing to say.
I see what's going on here. It's quite
So,
clear.
you're
Granny
finally
and
ready
Goldie
to
is
admit
doing
Great
this
Seedling might
to
be
give
real?
Applejack
I can't think
something
of anything else
to
that could have laid out these tracks
aspire
and
to.
sprung all our traps.
And if he left this many tracks behind, he's practically begging us to catch him. You ain't never seen anything like this.
I wonder if
before.
Apple Bloom's
Well,
in on
tell us
it.
what you have seen. Goldie, you too. We need to know it all if we're really gonna catch him.
Sure, Goldie and I'll tell you all about the great seedling all day.
See, now Applejack
While we work.
believes in it.
Work? Apple Bloom and I don't have time to work today. We've got to set up traps in every row, even the carrots, just to be sure.
Yesterday you said the great seedling was just something to make the harvest fun for youngins.
That was before I thought we could actually catch them. Besides, Big Mac can make time in the schedule for us to set traps, right?
Oh, screw you guys. I'm
Great.
going home.
Get to it.
Say
Apple
no.
Bloom
We're
and
trying
I
to-
are gonna go
Screw you
capture us
guys.
the great seedling.
Why not go get Starlight to help? She could do it all by herself in an afternoon. Poor Big Mac is getting run ragged here. I have to say, how do they keep the apples from rotting when they're on transit? But the season 8 finale seemed to indicate they use magic to keep the baked goods from going bad. So they must use magic to keep the apples from going bad.
Whew. All right, just one more hill to go.
What's wrong, Big Mac?
Is this right?
Yup.
But that doesn't make any sense. How can all these trees be bare if we haven't bucked them yet?
Seems like more work of the great seedling to me.
Okay, I'm very confused by what's going on here.
The closer you get to catching the critter, the more mischievous it gets.
You're saying the great seedling is taking our apples?
Yes. Sounds like he's fixing to throw you off the stand.
Have you ever heard of any pony actually catching them?
Oh, there are stories, but it's hard to say for sure. He's quite the trickster. Guess that's why the reward is so great if you can trap him.
But why go to
Well,
any of that
Tricks have
trouble?
given me
Just
an
ask
idea.
Discord, he'll
Setting
give you
traps is
eternal
one thing,
apples
But I
forever.
reckon if we keep watch over the trees that haven't been bucked, the seedling won't know what hit them.
That's a great idea. Any pony else want to stay up with us? An old pony like me needs your beauty rest, but you young'uns have a good time.
My kitties can't sleep unless they're curled up on my haunches. But I can't wait to see the great seedling with my own eyes once you catch him.
Guess it's just you and me.
My cats also like to sleep on my back. They keep my back warm, so it's nice. Poor Big Mac, go get some sleep.
Too bad no pony else wants to come out, but I'm glad. we
Okay,
did
this
it
explains the
together.
thumbnail I saw.
Me too. It's been a long time since I was on a real seedling hunt, and this is the first time doing it with my little sister.
When did you start trying to catch the
Yeah,
great seedling?
I couldn't have been much more than a foal. I remember our parents tucking Big Mac and me in and telling us all about the great seedling. I got so excited I could barely sleep, so I... Don't you worry, Sugar Cube.
We want to hear more about your parents. They might have done this to give Applejack and Apple Bloom some time together, because they don't spend any time together
Applejack,
anymore.
wake up!
Huh? What is it?
I think a trap went off.
Applejack's a
Let's go
drooler.
check it out. See anything?
Mm-mm.
Don't scare him.
Boy, I'm really gonna miss these two when the show
We
ends.
gotta lead him into one of the traps.
She may not be my
I'm not
favorite,
worried
but I
about
still
scaring
love these
him.
two. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It looks more like an Eldritch horror than... then something positive.
I don't like where this is going.
Apple Bloom, wait!
I can't see what's happening. Are we boned?
Oops.
Yeah, we're boned.
Hoist it on your own petard. Is that a changeling? Sure looks like one. It's Big Mac. That explains why he was
What a
so,
twist!
tired.
This whole
He was up
time.
all night.
Big Mac is the great seedling!
You okay, Big Mac?
So he did it in his
Thanks to all of Big
sleep?
Mac's late night work, we brought in the whole harvest with time to spare.
No wonder you were so tired all the time.
Yep.
I'm glad we solved the mystery, but I really wanted to catch the great seedling before I get too
So
old
my
to
theory
try.
was incorrect.
You know what,
They
Sugar
weren't
Cube?
doing it on purpose.
You're never too old to be a filly. There will always be work to do, but having fun together is something you never grow out of.
Well, looks like you don't need me no more. Time to get home before Dottie gets in the catnip again. I have stories about that, I'll tell you what.
We're real glad you came, Goldie.
Sure are. Come back next year.
Since when do cats
Oh,
listen?
looks like you forgot to clean up the carrots.
Big Mac wasn't harvesting the carrots, just the apples.
There it
You know
is.
what this means?
Time for another hunt!
Look out, great seedling! Here we come!
Leap in air. Oh, that was a nice family-friendly episode, wasn't it, guys? It was a nice, heartwarming Apple episode. We haven't had one of those since season 7. Was there one in 8? I don't think so. Anyway, it was a nice episode. Applejack, seeing baby Applejack again with her parents. Look, that tiny little apple bloom sitting on Pear Butter's back. Oh, that was cute. I think this episode might kill Apple Geek, but he's a couple weeks behind, so we might not see that for another week or two. Well, I guess there's really not much analysis for me to do on this one. I was wrong. I thought Goldie was doing it on purpose to give Applejack a thrill and whatnot, but I was wrong. Apparently Big Mac is a somnambulist. He bucks in his sleep, I guess. I guess that's about it for this one, so I have got a couple spoilers for the upcoming episodes, but instead of making me mad that I heard them, I actually am pretty excited for one particular upcoming episode. I'm not sure which episode it is. I've only seen a few screenshots of the next 3 episodes. So there's some pretty good stuff coming. I won't mention it here because I don't want to give spoilers. So thanks all for listening and watching this crazy thing that I do. And please support the official release. Bye now. And remember, Santa Claus isn't